countless ways to reshape a shattered world, ways to rewrite the paths of those destined to fall. I've seen many of them, felt the weight of each choice and each sacrifice. Time bends to my will, yet some things remain constant. The need to protect, to safeguard what matters most. No matter how many times I face the end, no matter the price, I will save you, Rimuru. Yuki, known at the time as just Rudra, was born millennia ago as a prince of the kingdom of Nazca with the ambition to unite the entire world. At some point, he was taken under the tutelage of Veldenava, who trained him to be a chosen hero that could rival Guy Crimson, the first demon lord. Before his first confrontation with Guy, Veldenava approached him and proposed that they trade ultimate skills. Rudra accepted the offer and received Michael, a skill better suited for his dream of unifying the world. Rudra, you see, he reached his limits long ago. He reincarnated himself so many times that it wore his soul out. What you see there is Rudra, but it's also not. He's long been replaced by Michael, Lord of Justice. Rudra once held pure and idealistic dreams of creating a perfect world where disputes could be settled with words rather than violence. The man with these naive ideals was slowly corroded away over time as Michael's control took control over his mind, his exhausted soul being chipped away by repeated rebirths, only serving to exacerbate the problem. Eventually, nothing more remained than an echo of his former self, a complete thrall to Michael that was imparted with the harsh ideologies of absolute justice and might make right. Michael realized that his body was disintegrating. He was the first being to bear witness to the strongest ultimate skill, Void God Azathoth. And before he had time to face that inescapable reality. So then, do you have any last words? Rimuru asked him. Accepting defeat, Michael thought to himself. How could he have lost when he had outperformed them in every way? He could not find the answer. That's why he asked a different question rather than sighing in defeat. Who are you? To which Rimuru replied with a puzzled look. Hey, me, I'm just a slime. give you a warning. I know that your ability gives you absolute control over angelic skills, and that there's no breaking castle guard as long as someone believes in you. So what happens? If I burn your empire to the ground and erase every last one of your followers? If I put that on the scales with having my friends be sacrificed, I do it without hesitation. That much cruelty I have resigned myself to long ago. That it was just a dream, an unfulfilled wish. Reviving the Star King Dragon, Feldenava, in his entirety was not possible for the Justice King Michael, who was merely a skill. But even so, he couldn't shake the hope. A world without Feldenava held no value for Michael. Michael's eyes fluttered open. He shook his head gently, trying to rid himself of the lingering emotions. He couldn't help but feel a bit confused at the feeling, as if his emotions had been laid bare for the first time. I thought I wasn't as naive as Rudra, but I was wrong. In the end, that was the lesson. Trust no one and use everyone as pawns. If he had done that from the start, Obera's betrayal could have been avoided. He hadn't because he believed in Feldway. He thought that Feldway's friends, the people he trusted, would also be trustworthy to him. But that was a mistake. When the ultimate skill Salvation King Azrael, bound to his hand, returned to him, Michael realized his error.